The fluorescent lights buzzed overhead, harsh and unyielding. She gripped her boarding pass, the edges creased from long shifts at the hospital. A man muttered behind her, impatience barely disguised. "Next," the gate agent said, not looking up. She swallowed fatigue. "Excuse me, could you—" "Boarding pass is ready," he interrupted. His tone clipped. She straightened, voice low but firm. "I just need a moment." He sighed, glanced at her scrubs, then away. Silence settled, heavy. Around them, passengers shifted, whispers flickering like shadowed sparks. Her hands tightened on the paper, knuckles white. "They don't see me, just the uniform." "Everything okay?" the child's mother asked softly. She nodded, forcing a smile, letting it fade into quiet determination. The weight of the day pressed in, unseen, unheard. The agent cleared his throat. "Next." She exhaled slowly, dialing the hospital director, fingers trembling slightly. The line connected. "Some calls. Can't wait until landing." The agent's smile didn't reach his eyes. "Boarding passes?" he asked, voice clipped. She held hers steady. "Yes, I need to check." He cut her off, motioning with a finger. "Policy is clear. No upgrades." A passenger shifted behind her, whispering. "Sir, could you double check?" she said quietly. He straightened, jaw tight. "I am following procedure." Her fingers tightened around the pass. He sees authority before humanity. Another passenger glanced, uncertain. He tapped the counter impatiently. "Next." She met his gaze, calm, silent, letting the tension stretch. "Upgrade denied. That's the policy," he said, voice sharp, mechanical. She met his eyes, steady. "I understand, but could you double check?" A quiet murmur ran through the line. Passengers shifted, uneasy. He cleared his throat, fingers tightening on the counter. Her hands relaxed, calm, letting the silence press between them. The tension didn't break. It waited, heavy, a quiet test of resolve. Her fingers hovered, trembling slightly before pressing the numbers. "Director, it's me," she said, voice low but firm. A pause, static. "What's happening?" he asked, tension threading his words. "I need your guidance. Now," she replied. Around her, whispers softened, eyes diverted. The weight of the call pressed quietly, signaling change. A passenger shifted, eyes flicking toward her. "She always gets treated differently," someone whispered. She straightened, hands folded over her boarding pass. "I've seen it before," her colleague murmured. The agent glanced up, frown tightening, fingers drumming, her voice low, calm. "Let's just follow procedure." Around them, subtle glances, whispers threading through the waiting area, the weight of long-dismissed complaints pressing silently. She gripped her boarding pass tighter, mind flicking back. "They never listen," a colleague had whispered. In the hall, reports vanished, reprimands hushed, complaints swallowed by silence. Always the same faces ignored, she thought. "Just follow the rules," a nurse muttered nearby. Her jaw tightened. Not this time. Memories pressed in, shaping calm determination, silent resolve carrying her forward. A passenger leaned forward, whispering softly to a companion. "Is that fair?" A child tugged at a parent's sleeve, eyes wide. The agent's fingers fidgeted, hands trembling over the keyboard. Everything's fine," he muttered, voice tight. She met his gaze, calm, unflinching, letting the silence speak louder than words. Around them, quiet acknowledgement began to ripple, subtle but undeniable. She pressed the call button, voice steady. "Director, it's urgent." "Tell me," he replied, clipped, alert. "He's refusing the upgrade," she said calmly. The agent's fingers stuttered over the keyboard. I'm following procedure," he muttered, voice cracking. "Procedure must be fair," the director said firmly. Around them, the quiet authority began to bend, cracks widening in unchallenged power. I'm checking the system, he stammered, fingers trembling over the keyboard. Everything okay? A passenger asked quietly. The agent's jaw tightened. Yes, fine. She met his eyes, calm, steady. Policy must be applied equally, she said softly. Narration. Each glance, each fidget revealed his unraveling control, unnoticed yet undeniable authority quietly fracturing before the room. Are you denying this upgrade because of her? The director's voice cut sharply. I'm just following procedure. The agent stammered, jaw tight, fingers shaking. She looked quietly at him, unwavering. Procedure must be fair, the director added. Around them, the gate fell silent, tension heavy, truth pressing on unspoken walls. Policy is only valid when it's applied fairly, she said, voice calm, unwavering. The agent's fingers paused, jaw tightening, eyes flicking to the silent witnesses. Some passengers shifted, phones raised subtly. He swallowed hard, control slipping. Narration. Her still hands, steady gaze, and quiet insistence began quietly dismantling the power he had long assumed. I'll process it, the agent muttered, hands trembling. She nodded once, calm, steady. Thank you, she said softly, eyes unwavering. Narration. His flushed face, darting eyes, and shaking fingers betrayed surrender. The announcement board ticked on. Quiet justice settled, subtle yet complete, as authority yielded to moral clarity. Passengers settled, murmurs soft, eyes flicking toward her occasionally. Everything all right? A nearby traveler whispered. She nodded, calm, collecting herself. Some returned to screens, others exchanged subtle glances. Narration. The agent hunched, fingers tapping a report, isolated. Quiet accountability began, creeping slowly as the world's hum resumed around the unseen cracks in authority. She smoothed her scrubs, eyes lingering on the hospital badge. Another day, she murmured softly, voice steady. A passing nurse glanced, nodded in quiet recognition. Narration. Fatigue mingled with resolve. Each patient remembered, each effort unseen. Her dignity settled within her, unshaken, a quiet strength forged beyond fleeting confrontations. A passenger leaned forward, voice low. She handled that well. The nurse's eyes met his briefly, a small nod exchanged. Nearby staff shifted, glances sharper, cautious. Narration. Subtle acknowledgement spread, courage quietly reflected, systemic cracks faint but visible. Silent witnesses stirred, long enduring, emboldened by fairness, sensing change beginning its slow, persistent ripple through the room. She adjusted her bag, steps even, eyes forward. Good work today, the director's voice whispered in her earpiece. She exhaled, calm. Narration. Dignity travels alone, unshaken. Each measured step echoed fairness quietly, courage leaving a subtle, lasting mark. The airport hummed around her, a small, persistent echo of justice lingering in the air,